Hi, my name is Arya from Underdog Training in Santa Barbara. I'm making this video to tell you a little bit more about my background. If you're not watching this video in a playlist and you want to hire me, make sure to watch the entire playlist. Check the description for a link. I started training dogs when I was 11 years old. I helped my aunt and my cousin adopt a dog from the Humane Society. I immediately fell in love with training. I kind of taught myself a little bit, then we wound up taking him to a class where I learned a lot more. At the time, I only knew positive reinforcement training, only basic reward-based stuff. I didn't really know how to stop unwanted behaviors. He wound up climbing over a fence over and over, getting out of the house, and he wound up getting ran over. Mind you, this was like a 12-foot tall fence. I mean, this thing was huge. This dog was just an athlete. Of course, I was heartbroken as a kid. I was really close to this dog because of all the time I spent with him. I could do at the time and didn't know that actually there were some things I could have done. However, fast forward, I wound up learning a little bit more about balance training, and I started to volunteer at the shelter because I wanted to adopt a dog that was, in need of training and basically turn his life around. I guess I felt like maybe that would help me redeem myself. I realized there's so many dogs that need training that instead of adopting a dog and never coming back, I'd rather just stay there and continue to volunteer and train dogs. I wound up meeting a lot of different trainers there. And at that time, I had kind of started to realize already that one technique doesn't work for all dogs. So when I would meet all these trainers that just only had a very specific set of ways that they did things, it always kind of concerned me, like why don't they have any other options? So I started to work with a variety of different trainers, different philosophies, different techniques, different beliefs, and I learned a lot about just so many different types of training. And I wound up working with several hundred different dogs just at the shelter and rescues alone. After a harmless dog named Einstein was euthanized at the shelter, I only worked for rescues, and then I started to foster. I kind of started to realize that the best way for me to save lives and help dogs is to offer private training. And it really took off. It really worked well. And at the time I started, I had a full-time job and I was training on the side. And right when I started Underdog Training, within months I had to quit my job, and now I just offer full-time private training. I also am willing to help any rescue or shelter that needs my help. Just visit underdogsb.com and click on the rescues link. Anyways, that's a little bit of background information about myself. Again, if you're not watching this video in a playlist and want to know more about me, make sure to watch the About the Trainer playlist. Train more, kill less.